Day Style Squad is looking at luxury apartments, and we're going to take you along for the ride.
What up, Style Squad?
It's your boy, Big Remo. I'm here with the beautiful, talented Dr. Nova Styles.
And we are the STYLES Familia. And we are back with another video. Babe, tell them what's going down today.
Today's Style Squad is looking at luxury apartments, and we're going to take you along for the ride.
All right, Style Squad, you ready?
Let's go. Let's get into it. For me about this particular building is that no apartment we saw today was trash. I think every apartment was unique in its own way, and it was completely livable. Not livable for us per se, but livable for somebody. I think you can make it work. I love the amount of natural light. I love that it had actual full-size fridge, refrigerator, and I love the design elements, you know. And yeah, nothing bad to say about it really. I think they did a good job with design and layout.
The kitchens are okay in most of the apartments. I do prefer an island. Most of them did have an island. The room spaces are rather I wouldn't say large. They are bigger than what we have been used to seeing. The closet space in some of the units were okay. One unit in particular was kind of big, semi walk-in. For the most part, the apartments are pretty nice. The windows are large in the apartments. They're trying to be floor to ceiling, but not really, but they are really large.
I think they did a really good job in terms of just designing everything and making options for whatever you need. You know, it's not like they're cookie cutter apartment. I mean, they are in essence, but if you come here, you look at an apartment, you're gonna find something that you like. I think there's just so many options.
The layouts are a little funky in some of the apartments. One apartment I walked in is the maze. You walked in and I didn't know which way to go. Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go straight? When you walk in, there's a room straight to the left. The kitchen straight to the right, which is open because it didn't have an island. It was very, very weird. And some of the other layouts are extremely weird for my personal taste as well. Even in the one apartment that we liked, the layout was still a little funky. It was better than the other ones, but it's still a little funky.
Even though I said I like the apartments, I like the design elements of it, some of the finishes within the apartment are definitely cheap. When it comes to the flooring, that's a big deal because you can have an apartment that's super nice and the floors are freezing. You know, you walk around and your feet are just cold. Like, that's one thing I don't want to deal with. You know? Babe,
Okay.
what do you think about this apartment in particular?
Positives first.
Let's do the positives. Yeah, let's go for it.
I appreciated that the second bedroom was larger than the first, because usually when we see 2 bedrooms, the second bedroom is usually smaller. So that's a positive part of that aspect of the bedrooms. I really, really like the kitchen, the island. It didn't look like they used cheap appliances, although Babe knows a little bit better than me. It didn't seem like they used cheap appliances. I like that when you walk into the apartment, you don't just walk straight into the apartment. I don't like that in apartments at all. I like where there's a little hallway, foyer, something where you don't just directly walk into the apartment. So I like that. The amenities are cool. They're okay. I like that the gym has windows. So when you're working out, you can get some natural light. The outdoor space for the gym as well. So if you wanted to do some yoga outside, there's a dog area. I like that it does have the option to have storage, and it's not too small, because one of our goals is to decrease our storage that we have. There's parking, there's wash and dryer in the unit. It has almost everything except an outdoor space.
The apartment, I like the layout of it. I like how when you walk in, like they've said, don't walk straight into the rooms. It's a foyer, and then you have a bedroom, then a kitchen. So I like that touch. I think it was designed pretty well. I liked how it had the double sink in the main bedroom, and then even though the secondary bedroom was bigger, it didn't feel like it was a afterthought. A lot of times when they're designing these rooms, it's like they focus attention on one room, and the other room is just like, here you go. But it felt like they put thought into the room design and the flow of things. And the kitchen was very, very nice. I didn't like the countertop per se. The countertop style, it was good, but the material felt very, very cheap. So that's one thing I noticed. But the layout was nice. I wasn't really a fan of the windows, because it's like those ones where you crank it and it comes out a little bit. But it is what it is. The building amenities to me are fire. Like fire. Basketball court. The gym was nice. It had Pelotons. It had state-of-the-art equipment. All the ways you can use.
They had Peloton?
They had 2 Pelotons in there. Not that I'm...
Do you have to have your own account though?
That's a tricky situation. But it had all the amenities you really need. Also with the apartment, washer and dryer in unit, key. That was dope. I also liked the amenities. They were fire. Movie theater, golf simulator, basketball court. Everything you could think of they had, minus the pool. The roof deck was amazing, and the building is about a year old. And I was telling the person who was showing us the building is that after a year, you kind of see that they kind of get a little lackadaisical with the upkeep, but the building was still maintained very, very well. The amenities were top notch. Dog run, dog wash, it's fire. And it's only $95 per unit for the amenities. You cannot go wrong with that.
What I didn't like about this particular apartment, I didn't like the fact that the bedrooms were so close together. I like the bedrooms to be on opposite sides, because the second bedroom right now is going to be used as an office. You know, I wake up, don't have to wake Babe up, go on the other side. I also want outdoor space. It didn't have that. That's not an option. I know that's in many places. Yeah, that's far and few between in apartments nowadays, but it didn't have that. And then I believe that's it. A little more closet space would be nice, but
yeah, that's kind of the game we're playing.
Option, yeah, but yeah, the bedrooms are close together, and then no outdoor space. But I want that. Babe doesn't really care about that. But everything else is pretty good.
Yeah, so for me, I didn't really care for the views on the 6th floor. It's not really much to see. It's not. I know you don't really get an apartment for the views, but when you're in these new high-rise buildings, you kind of want to get a view, you know?
Yeah. All right, Babe. We didn't rate the other ones, but we should start rating them out of 10.
Well, out of 10?
Yeah.
I give it 8.5, man. The amenities were just too fire, man. Amenities were too fire. If you're like a work from home kind of person and you could like live there and enjoy all the amenities, actually take that in, then it's worth it. 8.5.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's fair.
Also, we will be in the next apartment soon.